Okay, so there's this movie called The Thing from Another World. You may have heard of its remake, or have possibly seen it in that one scene in Halloween. Or you could have actually watched the film, in which case, come on down and grab yourself a toy from the classroom's treasure chest. You've been sitting there good all day, and your card's still green, so you deserve yourself something special. Go and grab yourself one of those cool multicolored pins with all the switches on the sides. You know the ones. Anyone else got one of those? I used to have one. Then I lost it. And wish for the day that it may return. Okay, back to the movie. So back in the 50s, there were a lot of alien invasion movies, and everyone thought they were the bee's knees. Bees have knees. Movies like War of the Worlds, Earth vs. the Flying Saucers, The Man from Planet X, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I haven't got the chance to watch all those yet, except for Snatchers, which is awesome. But I did watch that scene from Looney Tunes Back in Action where Brendan Fraser wrestles a brain, and there were Daleks that were trying to vaporize Bugs Bunny. It was pretty cool. So I'd say I'm at least acquainted with them. You know? Anyway, today I'm going to talk about my favorite parts of The Thing from Another World. So let's go ahead and start before I just gush for 30 minutes about my love of monster movies. So the movie starts the snowball rolling with an awesome title card and sequence, followed by the coldest imagery ever put to film, which is the theme with the entire movie. Cold, cold snow, cold place, cold shoulder, cold alien. Everything in the movie's cold. And it quickly gets the point across that none of the characters could even begin to survive for long. That is, without coffee. Trust me, you'll be wanting an entire pot of the stuff by the time you're 10 minutes into this movie. Even though the human characters can't last for very long outside, that doesn't mean no thing can? Question mark? Okay, moving on. The next cool bit's when the Air Force, the scientists, and the reporter find something in the ice, so they decide they want to bring it back to the base because why not? They all line up and show off the shape of the thing, which, big shock, it's a circle. Then they blow it up by accident because explosions and fuel capable of rocketing pie plates hundreds of thousands of light years towards the Earth don't mix. Now we're going to fast forward to the part where the thing gets out. It scares a guy that played a lot of Duck Hunt the day before and leaves behind a nice little imprint in the ice, which makes the audience wonder what it could possibly look like. They don't have to wait very long, though, because as soon as they get a good look at the alien-flavored ice pop, they get treated to a shot of the thing playing outside in the snow with the base's pup squadron. It loses an arm and runs away crying. The characters study the arm and discover that the thing is actually a carrot. That is all. Much later on, there's a situation in the greenhouse, which is obviously where the carrot would want to go for a good time. The characters get told exactly what they're going to find firsthand, which is two of their comrades hung from the ceiling like livestock. It's very brutal imagery. Unfortunately, they don't get to see any. When the captain and a few others go to check it out and are promptly met by the thing itself, caught red-handed in the middle of a ding-dong ditch. It wigs out and gives the audience a nice dose of adrenaline as the captain and the others slam the door in its face and politely ask it to go away. Later, the lead scientist at the base shows off that he's decided to become a farmer, citing that it ain't much, but it's honest work. The fresh produce in this specific crop, however, get the special privilege of having hourly checkups, and they also eat blood. Later again, there's another coffee break. Yes! But that gets put on hold when the Geiger counter goes off and the thing decides it wants a cup too. In a display of traditional Arctic hospitality, the characters offer to warm him up the best way they know how. It doesn't seem to have been received in the best light. The thing opts to go for a light jog to clear his head. Even later in the movie, after things get even colder, the party makes a plan to trick the thing into an improvised bug zapper, which goes swimmingly. The carrot man realizes that he has a +5 on bludgeoning damage, and so he picks up a large piece of wood, which he fails to use even once. because it fails to understand what an offhand attack is. He finally steps onto the stage after having his dance skills tested with a swift slide to the left, and the club cranks it up so they can see his freestyle. Of course, true to form for the entire movie, and with their surprise guest finally cared for, above and beyond the Call of Duty, I might add, the characters return to their caffeine cave to finish their well-earned coffee break. In doing, they reflect on the long, fun day that they've had at the North Pole, ultimately realizing that, baby, it really is cold outside.
Funny?
And then they tell you to go become a meteorologist or something. So yeah, those are just some of my favorite moments in the movie. If you haven't seen it, you really should. Go ahead. Then you can compare it to the John Carpenter one. Spoilers, that movie's cold too. Okay, I'm done.